What is going down, Sourdough Squad? It is time. It is NFC Championship time. Oh my goodness. We have made it, y'all. We are here on the eve of the NFC Championship game against those Rams, baby. Let's go. Drop an SDS in the chat if you are hyped today for some 49ers football, guys. This is fun, man. This is what it's all about. Like, it's right here in front of us. It is right here in front of us. Let's go. We see the squad drop into the chat. Let's go. Facebook checking in. We got YouTube checking in. You see it. Oh, look at the Sourdough Squad coming in strong. Smash that like button. What should we set our like goal for this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are? What should it be? I'm thinking at least let's go for 400. We're going to go for 400 like goal today. Smash that like button, get this thing juiced up. We're going to talk about all things San Francisco 49ers today because it's a big day. And as we've seen, the faithful have absolutely taken over Los Angeles. It's a good day. It is absolutely a good day. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. We see the squad. Look at dude, squad's out here ready to go. I think everyone is ready. Look at the squad. 500. We can do it. I guarantee you we can. Ooh, I like that though. 490 likes for the culture. I like that. I kind of like that. That's our goal. I'm gonna do that. I like that. We're gonna do our like goal today. It's gonna be 490 for the culture. That's what we're gonna do. But man, I'm freaking excited. I know you guys are. I know you guys are same boat as me. Shout out the wife, man. Shout out wifey. Wifey is a great idea. I like that. We see you, wifey. So I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. But I woke up this morning calm, peaceful, like understanding what's at stake. This is war. Obviously, the 49ers, us faithful, we have been waging war as best we can, whether it's through social media, taking over Los Angeles. Like, we have made our presence felt. We understand that the red wave is going to take over SoFi Stadium today, but today I feel calm. And it's a lot different feeling than I had against the Green Bay Packers. And I'm not going to front and pretend like I was ultra confident against the Packers. I was nervous, man. I was nervous as hell going into that Packer game. I had a really just not great feeling in my stomach, very nervous, knowing that game in Green Bay, anything could happen. And literally, like, that's what the kind of game that we got. It was stressful, anxiety, down to the wire. It was like, were the football gods going to help us or not? That's kind of what the game was like. We prayed to our football gods, and we gave them the gracious offering, and they seemed to repay us back. So that game and the way the feeling was going into Green Bay, lots of nerves. Today, though, and I've seen it from other people too, and I don't think it is just me. Dawson says, "Let's go Niners and Bengals." Hell yeah! I don't even care about the other game at this point. All I really care about is 49ers versus Rams, and whoever they play, they play. If they get to the Super Bowl, house money. Don't care. Rematch, Mahomes, whatever. I'm for it. If it's against the Bengals, I'm for that too. Obviously, the 49ers beat the Bengals this year, so a little bit different in that regard. But don't care. It's the same rallying cry that we've had all year. Doesn't matter who plays in front of this San Francisco 49ers team. This team can beat anyone. That is fact. It's just who shows up. Just who shows up today. And again, back to the kind of conversation that the feeling around this game. I feel calm, man. I feel, and it's not like a cockiness, a confidence. Again, a lot of people, we understand the record. The 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, 6-0 against McVay over the last couple years. McVay just hasn't beaten Shanahan yet. That's not where that's coming from. It's not like, oh, puffing my chest out, like, oh, the Rams have never beat the 49ers before, so it's not going to start today. No, that's not the type. Like, this is like anything that's happened in the past, those 6 games that the 49ers have won doesn't matter. Literally does not matter. It matters in the sense of a psychological aspect, but in regards to the task at hand, who cares? Who cares what happens in the past? Who cares what's happening in the future? All we care about is what's happening right here, right now in front of us, and I feel calm. I feel at peace. I feel that, whatever happens today, we're going along for the ride. So I'm just very excited. I can imagine that you guys have a similar level of excitement. And wait. Jesse said, Brad, text George. Let him know Von Miller guaranteed a win. Where did you see that? Where did you see the guaranteed win? Because I actually might send that to him. That is some bulletin board material. And as we've known, we've seen throughout the week, the Rams are so scared of the 49ers in every single aspect. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. You have the defensive coordinators still talking about the body bag quote from week 18. I mean, you got Rams social putting out hype videos about, well, we let the 49ers into this dance. Now we're going to take them out. Like, what? Like, oh my goodness. Unbelievable. These Rams guys are scared. Obviously, it started with the ticket situation throughout the week, the Ticketmaster blocking. Then we were triumphant over that. We're officially going to take over SoFi Stadium. It is leaning towards 65 to 70% full of 49ers fans. This is going to be a home game, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a home game. This is going to be a home game, and they know it. Yet they have the audacity to put out a hype video saying, well, we let the 49ers in, and we're going to be the ones to take them out. No, sir. No, sir. That's not how it works. You let us in, and now you're absolutely petrified that you let us in and you gave us a chance, and now you're playing against a bunch of hungry dogs who have nothing to lose. Whereas you, LA Rams, have everything to lose. And that is the difference. 49ers are playing on house money. The 49ers have been in playoff mode since week 14 of this season. The Rams have not. They knew they were going to make it to the playoffs. They knew they were a high seed. They probably knew they had a really good shot of winning the West. The 49ers never had a shot of winning the West. Never. But did that deter them? Did that stop them? Did that do anything? No, it did not. What did they do? They put their heads down and they got to work. And they fought and scrapped and clawed their way into the playoffs. And now they find themselves face to face with the team that let the 49ers in. Well, guess what? Biggest mistake of your freaking lives. Because guess what, man? This team's built different. This team doesn't have the pressure that the Rams have. The Rams have all the pressure in the world. This team was bought. This team was bought. Jalen Ramsey traded for, Matthew Stafford traded for, Sony Michel traded for, OBJ traded for, Von Miller traded for. This team was bought to be in this position. That's a much different feeling than fighting to be in this position. That we are not built the same. The 49ers are the blue collar team in this matchup, and that should terrify the Rams because guess what? The 49ers have been punched in the mouth many times this year. Many times. And guess what? They came out the other side. The Rams, one of the only times they got punched in the face this year was from who? The San Francisco 49ers. And guess what? Because they couldn't take care of business, being up 17-0 over the San Francisco 49ers, now they're going to be the ones to take them out. Get out of here. The Rams aren't ready for this smoke, man. They aren't ready for this smoke. They aren't. Because there's only one thing that the 49ers are focused on right now. While the Rams are focused on the 49ers, clearly, 49ers are focused on one thing: advancing, getting to the show. There's no pressure of playing a Super Bowl in your home stadium like the Rams have. 78 likes? We can do better than 78 likes. Let's go, Sourdough Squad. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. It's game day. Sourdough Squad needs to be in peak form. Let's go. Get those likes up. But 49ers are focused on one thing, and they're focused on getting this trophy and moving on to the next round. That is what they're hoping for. That is what they're focused on. Getting this. And I'm very excited because the Rams have done everything this week to prove that they are worried about everything else. They're worried about ticket attendance. They're worried about a lot of ancillary things. Whereas I think the 49ers, and again, the game that they played going into this, they're ready for war. They are absolutely ready for war. One of the things that we're going to continue to be monitoring is clearly going to be the health of Trent Williams. It did get leaked, according to Jimmy Garoppolo, that Trent Williams is suffering from a high ankle sprain. Kyle Shanahan refused to assign if it was a high or low. And I mean, that pretty much told me that it was going to be a high ankle sprain. So high ankle sprain is something to be concerned about. However, I saw Trent Williams play against the Green Bay Packers on one leg for a good portion of that game. And I kind of get the sense that we're going to see more of that. We're going to see more of that. We're going to see more of a situation where you're going to have to drag Trent Williams off this field to not let him play. But we've been here before. Week 18 against the Rams in a must-win game. Trent Williams went out, tested, I believe it was his ankle, pre-game, and it wasn't ready. So what did they do? They turned to Colton McKivitz. Let's go. We got to 100. We're on our way. They turned to Colton McKivitz in that situation, week 18. Colton McKivitz actually played pretty well. So if Trent Williams can't go, we at least know the backup plan, and the backup plan is Colton McKivitz, and Colton McKivitz did pretty damn well against the I'm sorry, not the Bengals, against the Rams week 18. So there at least is a baseline, and based on what we saw, feel pretty good about it. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Money Mark in the building says, "We game day ready. This team was built for this game. Let's snatch some chains today. SDS all day. Shout out to Sourdough Squad. Shout out Money Mark. Always coming through. Appreciate you, Money. We appreciate you, Money. Um, but I agree. I agree. This team was built for this moment. They are. I think mentally, uh, it, and I think a lot of people have had a hard time this week. Not a lot of people, but there's been a lot of noise made about the San Francisco 49ers quarterback this week. There's been a lot of noise about Jimmy Garoppolo, who he is, what he's capable of, all those kinds of things. Lots of trash talking, all that kind of stuff. But I think there's an opportunity that people miss when talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. Is they don't talk about the intangible because intangible is hard to see. Intangible is hard to scout. Um, and it's something that a lot of people don't really think about. What people think about is they see the measurable things that they can measure with statistics, things that they compare to, arm strength, accuracy, velocity. They want to be able to measure something and be able to compare it. The reason why people have such a hard time with Jimmy Garoppolo is because that he's hard to measure, because the intangible is so strong with Jimmy. I would say Jimmy Garoppolo's best attribute is his intangible leadership, not necessarily his physical tools. So people have a hard time being able to quantify what that means. And what that means is when you're in the heat of battle and emotions are high, and you when you need leadership the most in those moments, that's what this guy does. He's as cold as ice, and this team follows him, and he's a sense of calming presence that allows everyone to play at the height of their ability. That's what makes Jimmy Garoppolo special. We've all been around those people who have an energy that help elevate us. That is what Jimmy Garoppolo is to this team. And I know a lot of media members have a hard time quantifying that. They like to focus on the statistics because they can measure it and compare it. They can't measure and compare intangible. And that's why they can't figure this out. That's why they can't figure out the Jimmy Garoppolo situation, is because of the intangible. And that's fine. We'll leave them scratching their heads. We understand this team plays for 10, and I wouldn't want anything else, because we understand this team is played by humans. This game is played by humans, and motivation matters. Those underlying things matter in a team game. So, whatever. Hate on the quarterback all you want. We don't care. All they're doing is fueling the fire. That's it. That's all they're doing. And that's why I post it. I don't like the slander, but I also recognize that all these players who follow me, they see it. And when they see it, I know their instinct is to defend. And that's what we're about. We want these boys to be ready, locked in, play for Jimmy. Hey, we know, we get it. We get it. We live and die with Jimbo. It happens. But we've seen on many occasions Jimmy Garoppolo put us in a position to be successful. Dawson says our defensive line might be more as a group than in 2019 because they play for each other. 100%. This defensive line group is so much different than the 2019 team. The 2019 was so top end heavy. The 2019 team was so top end heavy with the starting rotation. And when we talk about that, it's, Bosa, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, D Ford. Those four guys were menaces. Now we had like Ronald Blair and guys like that, but the depth in which this line has doesn't compare to 2019. 2019 had more high-end talent. Again, that front four of Bosa, D Ford, Buckner, and Eric was crazy. But what makes this team special is they have waves. It's waves and different personnel groupings. And I can tell you, as an offensive lineman, when you're blocking a different guy every second or third play, and you have to like remember the scouting report on him, you got to remember his tendencies, you got to remember what he likes to do and what he's going to try to set up, and they're constantly rotating different guys at you. That's all part of the thought process of an offensive lineman. You're trying to that's why you study. You learn the tendencies, but when they're throwing four different guys at you at succession, it's really easy to get you and lose that advantage of understanding their moves, their counter moves, because sometimes you'll just get lost in the moment and then they'll just shift the guy over you and it's just play ball at that point. That's, I think, what makes this defensive line special is Arden Key, Samson Ebukam, Kevin Givens, Contavious Street, DJ Jones, all the, Jordan Willis's, the ancillary pieces, and the way that they're able to throw them at opposing offensive linemen in waves. It's a huge difference, and it's a lot different than the 2019 season for sure. Matt Otto says, Debo. Whoa. They did that. They did that at the invasion yesterday. Shout out Nick Clark. Shout out the boy Nick. They did that chant at the invasion. So we could very well see that happen today at the game. So be on the lookout for the Debo chant. That could absolutely happen. All right, I'm trying to catch up on super chats. I do tend to miss them from time to time. Gammon says one thing not discussed is Higgins. He's a problem. Isn't Higgins on Bengals? Is there a Higgins on Rams? I don't think so. I think Higgins. I don't know. Higgins. Higgins is a Bengals wide receiver. I don't know. More game day morning just said. So Derek saying game day morning just announced everyone is optimistic more that Trent Williams is going to play. Game day morning just said that. Okay. Let me do a quick check to see if any other reports have come out. I don't see anything, so we'll continue to monitor. I will wait until, because honestly, I don't think we're really gonna know until he goes out on the field and tests his ankle, and it's gonna be okay. I really believe it is going to be a true game time decision. But hey, if they're getting early information that it's optimistic, that's good to know. But I think it will be a legitimate game time decision. Have I watched the interview with Joe Staley did with Trent Williams? Absolutely. It's probably my favorite interview I've ever seen. Two 49ers legend, offensive lineman. Amazing interview. It's one of my favorites. Like I said, literally probably one of my favorite interviews of all time. DJ's shouting out the likes, 135, 301 peeps in here. We're about 340 on my count. Make sure you smash that like button. I know the Sourdough Squad can do it. You guys are ready. Let's go. All right, catching up to the chat. Oh, Higbee. Okay, I get it. not Higgins, Higbee. Yes, I like Higbee. I talked about him earlier this week. I think he's a good tight end. I don't think he's, a world beater, but I think he's absolutely capable. He scored 2 touchdowns against the 49ers week 18. So we know he's capable, and he does have the ability to get open in space and win at the point of attack. So, yeah, Higbee's another weapon. They have good weapons on offense. We know that. We know that. 100%. So, we'll see what happens. Based on some of the early insight that we're getting, this is, I believe, from Vivid Seats. This is kind of the breakout so far of 49er fans to Rams fans ratio. So it really does look like the 49er fans are absolutely going to outnumber Rams fans at SoFi Stadium. I mean, this is huge, guys. Like, the fact that the 49ers, like, this, I'm not sure we've ever seen anything like this. Like, we have a potential to do something that I don't think has ever really happened before. Like, this invasion, like, we've seen teams play, in their own stadium, whether it's in the playoffs. I believe we've seen it in the Super Bowl, things like that. But I don't think they're like, this is going to be some legendary stuff. Like, when we look back at this game, win or lose, the crowd is going to be something that I think everyone remembers. Again, the entire world is going to be watching this game. The entire world is going to be watching this game. And they're going to tune in. And they're going to see faithful completely take over. Completely take over another team's stadium. Like, get ready. Like, this is going to be something that's memorable. No matter what, it's going to be memorable. Do you guys want to watch the Rams hype video where they let us know that they let us in and they're going to take us out? If you want to watch it, let me know in the chat, because I can pull it up real quick, get us all hyped up, or we can just skip past it. But we can roll the Rams hype video. All right, let's do it. So far, everyone, I got like 3 yeses, so that works for me. All right, let's do the hype video. It's coming up next. Again, it's fun stuff, man. It's fun stuff.
Final day of the regular season.
All right, let me try to get the video and audio synced up. Volume up.
On the final day of the regular season, a missed opportunity to slam the door on San Francisco.
Slam the door on San
Painful
Francisco.
as it was, now we can see it did serve a purpose.
Oh, it served a purpose.
To bring us here to host the NFC Championship, a game that will define the rivalry for generations. Rarely does redemption present itself so quickly or so completely.
Redemption.
But this is the moment the Rams have earned.
They've earned it.
And it comes with a chance.
They didn't buy it. They earned it.
So let them linger on the last.
Oh, yeah, we're lingering on week 18. Yeah, that's us.
Focus on 56.
Shut up.
The Rams let the Niners in.
Oh, we let the Niners in.
It's only right that Los Angeles be the one.
It's only right that we take them out.
San Francisco out.
Shut up, dude. Can you say living rent-free without living rent-free? Like, my goodness, I could make a better hype video than that. Like, that, like, was just dripping in, like, insecurity. I don't know about you. I mean, it wasn't, like, a terribly produced video, But the narrative that the video is talking about, we let them in. Now we're going to take them out. We earn this. Like, what? Terrible. Terrible. Cringe. Hit that cringe button. So bad. So bad. Meanwhile, this is what's going on outside LA. The takeover is absolutely real. The line outside the invasion was absolutely nuts. Like, okay, say whatever, bro. At this point, Rams, say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Literally, say whatever you want. The reason why you're talking like this is because you are terrified. You are absolutely terrified. Imagine being as scared as the Rams. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. You're going to go into timeout now, though, my guy. We are going to, oh man. And thank you so much for your continued contributions to the algorithm. Every time you've been commenting, my boy, you are helping the video go up and up. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to a 49ers channel before you get ready to see your home stadium completely invaded by 49ers fans. It's not like, we see your insecurity. I've seen your insecurity throughout the chat, and you've kept going. But thank you for being with us. Thank you for ingesting my content. Thank you for listening to all the things I have to and responding to it. I really do appreciate it, because every time you do that, you're helping the algorithm. Every time you send a comment, every time you engage with my content and watch a view, and you're helping my average views duration go up. You're helping so much, man. You're helping so much. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And we appreciate you. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. You are welcome. Please stay. Pull up a seat, sit down, and enjoy. You get roasted by 49er fans because it's lit. Because the reason why they're insecurely in our chat right now, the reason why they've been insecure all week, is because this is the reality. This is how 49ers fans are going into Levi's South, hyped, happy, the sun is shining, everything looks great. If you're a Rams fan and you are going to SoFi Stadium, this is your mood. You recognize that you are going into your home stadium, and it is not your home. It is not your home. Your home has been stolen from you. And so I understand the insecurities that come along with it. That's okay. It's okay. But you can sit in and listen to us as much as you want. Go for it. Go for it. But we know, again, 49er fans have been collecting W's all week. And we're still collecting W's heading into this game. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. 49er faithful were out tough to see the 49ers go off. This video is from Keanu Martin. As you can see, all the 49er faithful in the Bay showed up to send this team off. It's a lot of fun, man. They wish they had a fan base like us. They really do. And they're terrified. They're absolutely terrified. That's why they're in our chat. That's why they're commenting, because we live rent free in their head. We live rent free in their head. Look, more. Look at how scared they are. Look at how scared they are. Like SoCal versus NoCal or NorCal. Like, really? I have a graph that shows why NorCal is so much better than SoCal. I still haven't figured out how to do the mods yet. One of these days I will. Someone said you just like right click on it, but that doesn't work for me. So we'll figure it out. Um, as as it was reported earlier this week, 43% of ticket sales for the NFC Championship game is coming from Northern California. So let me say that again to my SoCal versus NorCal guy, which again, we have SoCal faithful. We have SoCal faithful, which is that's why there's 43% coming from the North Bay, but there's going to be about 70% 49ers fans, and those rest are coming from SoCal. So again, the SoCal versus NorCal, that it doesn't make sense in this chat because there's more SoCal 49er fans than there are SoCal Rams fans. So please providing me talking points. We really do appreciate it because 49er fans are going to absolutely take over NorCal and SoCal. NorCal and SoCal, shaking hands emoji. Like 49er faithful are going to dominate this stadium, and Rams fans are petrified. Oh boy, it's probably one of my favorite videos of all time. Look at Shannon, man, so inspirational. I love this. Oh boy. I can't wait, guys. I'm so excited for this game. I'm so excited for this game. I'm excited for the storylines. I'm excited for everything and all that it means. So much at stake here. So much at stake here. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that we are in this spot as faithful. We understand the journey that we have been on. Uh, the Rams hype video talked about earning this spot. The 49ers are the team that has earned this trip in every sense of the word. Earned it. They have truthfully earned it. If we're really going to talk about that. Sent you a SCUSC earlier. Might need to elaborate a little bit more on what that means. I mean, can we? Can we get to 500 likes? I don't know. I don't know how hyped you guys are. I don't know. Crypto Niner says 13 dislikes must be all Rams fans. 100%. 100%. They're in the chat. They ain't happy. They ain't happy. Brad is Tom Sula. Oh. So what it sent a super chat. Oh, got it. I missed a super. He sent me a super chat to remind me I missed a super chat. Thank you. Thank you. It gets crazy around here sometimes. I'm searching. Oh, there it is. I got you, my guy. I got you. Stephen C says, bearing a career-ending injury, if Trent finishes career with the 49ers, he will opt to go into the Hall of Fame as a 49er or a Washington player. It's 100% 49ers. 100% 49ers. As some of you guys know, I had the opportunity, and I'm sure many of you have seen it, but Trent Williams documentary, I was at the premiere for that. Shout out Trent Williams team for the invite. But watching that documentary, there's a reason why Trent Williams didn't play football in 2019, and a large part was due to Washington. A large part was, a big reason why Trent Williams made multiple Pro Bowls with a rare form of cancer was partly due to malpractice from Washington's health team. So, I 100% believe in my heart that if Trent Williams is going to retire, he is going to retire a San Francisco 49er. And that's it. That's how it's going to work. Um, he is not a Washington football team / Admirals. No, Dan Snyder can go kick rocks. Everyone in that organization could go kick rocks. Probably the worst organization in football. Arguably one of the worst organization in all of sport. So no, he will not go into the Hall of Fame as a Washington football player. He will go into the Hall of Fame as a 49er player. And of course, this team is the one who took care of him. The 49ers are the ones who took care of him. So he will absolutely. Aloha Smitty says the Lambs are on the porch of their own house trying to hide their chains as Debo and the Bang Bang Niner gang roll up on them. X Factor Ayuk 100%. Just like that, just like out of that scene from Friday. 100. All right, let's get the chat involved. And I like Aloha Smitty. Kind of setting the stage. It's too good of a day to be talking about bulky, all right? I'm not talking about bulky. You guys know. Once I start talking about bulky, I get all hot and bothered. So I'm not going to go down that road. We're not talking about bulky on this beautiful championship Sunday. Let's go. But I do want to poll the chat. Time to poll the chat. We are polling the chat. Also, while we poll the chat, Debo that like button. I want to know today. Give me one offensive X factor. Give me one defensive X factor from the chat. Let's see. Drop them in the chat. One offensive X factor for the San Francisco 49ers. One defensive X factor today for the San Francisco 49ers. I apologize too if the connection is bad. If you've been here before, you know we have constant Wi-Fi issues. So I apologize. And I thank you all for sitting through it if it is occurring. Juice the X Factor. Ooh, I like that. And a lot of people, he has been the X Factor. He has. 100%. Where Juice goes, the offense goes. Like, Juice is used when we see the manipulation of linebackers and safeties and the way they flow with pre-snap motion, a lot of that hinges off Juice. Juice is a huge factor because they know that Juice is a weapon and they have to account for him as a weapon. And if they don't, it's going to be a long day. Kittle X Factor, defensive X Factor is going to be Greenlaw. I like that. I think the linebackers are going to have a big day today. Obviously, we know coverage is going to be something that the 49ers need to be on point on, especially with Cooper Kupp and all that good stuff. But it does sound like the San Francisco 49ers will be healthy in the backfield, and that means they'll have Jimmy Ward, Kwaski Tart. They will have Emmanuel Mosley, K'Wan Williams, and the kid Ambry Thomas back in the mix. So that is the hope that, man, DB's got to ball out today. But like I said, linebackers can feast too. Gabriel says Jennings. Jesus says Debo and Ward. Ayuk and Greenlaw. Ayuk and Bosa. I'm looking for Brandon today. I'm looking for Big B to have a big game today. Obviously, Debo Samuel is going to do Debo Samuel things. NorCal says X Factor Jimmy Ward. Debo Samuel's going to do Debo Samuel things. We understand that. Mr. Fishy says defensive X Factor Nick Bosa, offensive X Factor Debo. We know Debo's going to Debo. Debo's probably going to get 10 to 12 carries out of the backfield as a rusher. He's probably going to get 4 to 5 receptions as a wide receiver. Hell, maybe even a touchdown pass or an attempted pass, because as we recall, week 18, Debo Samuel threw a touchdown to Jawan Jennings. K1 and Mitchell, this is going to be a big day for Mitchell too. Obviously, Mitchell has been kind of playing backseat to Debo Samuel, but that doesn't change the fact that Elijah Mitchell has been so crucial to the success. We understand Debo Samuel right now is playing the Raheem Mostert role in this offense, where you got speed, quickness, burst, agility, and then Elijah comes in with his, again, continued improvement with vision. The physicality is there, the cutting ability is there, the speed is there, the agility is there. Those two, great combination. Could be a big, big day. Obviously, I haven't seen any offensive line X factors. I think the offensive line is going to be huge in this game. Jimmy Ward and George Kittle. Ooh, the Jimmy brothers. George Kittle, Kittle and Warner, Ayuk and Bosa. Jimmy Ward, the DX factor, mostly pick 6. We get a Juwan offense, defense, Ambry, Debo, and Bosa. Converting on third downs is huge. It's not a player, but that is going to be a huge X factor. 49ers being able to convert consecutive third downs, stay on the field, limit opportunity to Matthew Stafford and that high-powered offense. Keep them on the sideline. Keep them on the sideline. Keep them reeling 100%. Yep, looks like Mahomes to Tyreek for a touchdown. So, it's close, guys. It is close. Kenneth says defensive X factor Elijah Mitchell. Offensive X factor, maybe. Ooh, like your name. Whoever plays left tackle and Bosa. So that is a good point. Whoever's going to step in at left tackle could ultimately be the X factor. Juice for offense, Ward for defense, Brandon Ayuk, Arden Key. Ooh, I like that one. Arden Key can absolutely have an opportunity to feast, especially over guards and passing situations. Jennings and third downs, Warner. Warner was like integral. Warner was my MVP of the game against the Packers last week. Not only for his play, but for his leadership. Again, we talk about a lot of leadership intangible with Jimmy Garoppolo. You can have the same conversation with Fred Warner on the defensive side. His intangible of leadership is taken for granted, I think, sometimes. And Fred Warner is absolutely, like, again, he was my MVP for the game against the Packers. So let's see. Jimmy Garoppolo, the X factor on offense. I'm hoping, you know what? We really haven't relied on Jimmy Garoppolo too much and haven't needed to, or we rely on Jimmy Garoppolo when we've had to. Again, go back to week 18, him leading the game tying drive, hitting that multiple passes. You had Debo down the sideline, threading it in between Jalen and the safety. You had him finding Jawan Jennings for a touchdown. I mean, if Jimmy can come out and play efficient football, the Rams are going to be very nervous by that. And that's all we really need from Jimmy. We just need Jimmy to be efficient and hold on to the football. Ooh, X Factor, Brad. The ginger beard's coming, guys. It's coming. Ward or Armstead, Ayuk or Armstead. 1000% juice. Let's see. Ayuk and Williams. Titan says it's Jimmy. Jimmy got to produce today. Rams will sell out 100 to stop the run. I agree. I also think that's going to be huge for Kyle. Huge for Kyle. And how he takes advantage and manipulates those things. Oh, we got a personal shout out from Steven. Steven wants to shout out his boy Phil Ishio. What's up, Phil? What's up, Steven? Shout out both the boys. We see you guys. Let's go. Both the Jimmy and Jimmy X Factor. Again, Jimmy's got some payback on his mind, and I'm speaking Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward's got some payback on his mind. If you guys remember from week 10 when he got that interception, the first one, I believe it was that long throw from Matthew Stafford, trying, to find OBJ, but Ward was able to pick it off, and then OBJ dropped a shoulder into Jimmy Ward, and Jimmy Ward went to the podium after that game, and he was not happy about that hit. He was not, and he wants to pay back OBJ. So I would love to see that. Kittle and Key, Ayuk, Jennings could be another factor today. I think what I'm most excited about is to see the scheme. We missed out on some of the scheme last week because of, it was the weather. The weather was tough last week, and it really was hard for the 49ers offense to do much of what they normally want to do, whether it was the dropped passes, missed opportunities, penalties. Last week was very difficult for the offense to get anything going. So I'm very, very excited this week to see what the offense has in store, especially to build off what they did week 18, building off what they did against Dallas. Again, Dallas, from a scheme standpoint, was probably the best game of the year for Kyle and the way they got after it. 229 likes. Get that get those likes up. You know the vibes. I don't know. Might be the first day we don't hit our like goal. We'll see. We will see. You can Ward, DJ Jones, Jawan. Let's go. Who? Gould, and I assume Armstead. So, man, lots at stake today. K1 for sure. Trent, we are waiting for reports. So right now, players are on the field. They're getting warmed up, but they are only that. So what they'll do is they'll come out, they'll run through like a stretching portion, get the body loose, do all those kinds of things. They're not wearing their pads or anything. They're just out there on the field, getting loose, getting stretch, getting warm. So we haven't heard anything, but we will, like I said, it's going to be a game time decision. It's going to be down to the wire with Trent Williams. So we are going to, let's talk about Alex Mack. I like that. Alex Mack for sure has been very crucial for the success of the 49ers. The reason why the 49ers offensive line unit is one of the better units in the entire league is because of Alex Mack. You go back and you look at 2020 when we had one of the worst offensive units in the entire league. It honestly was pretty much the same offensive line. The real major difference is Alex Mack playing at center, and you can see how his presence in the middle of that offense, being able to identify blitzes pre-snap, identify pre-snap alignments, getting them in the right pass protection situation, sliding protection to the right side, doing all those kinds of things has made a huge difference. Alex Mack is a difference maker for sure. Think that we get Debo returning. I could see that. Shout out Jordan Elliott from Niners Nation for calling it last week. Um, and that's something that he could potentially see, and they did it. And the story behind that is, with the 49ers special teams returners struggling. Ooh, I like this one, DJ. The fans are the X factor, and I kind of agree about that. But just quickly on the Debo situation, he is the one that went to Shanahan and Hightower and said, "Hey, you guys are struggling with your returners. Put the ball in my hands and let's get it done." We saw the outcome of that. He had a huge return and ended it with a huge truck stick on one of their defensive backs. So I could absolutely see Debo Samuel returning kicks again for sure for the San Francisco 49ers. DJ Jones is the X factor. So I'm very excited about this game, man. It is going to be a lot of fun. We don't know about Trent yet. I'm checking my phone every chance I get. So the second that I get word, 260, we're moving. We're moving a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to all the Rams fans in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat. Comment as much as you'd like. We appreciate your attendance in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Rams fans. Take a seat. Feel free to comment as much as you'd like. Again, only thing I would request from Rams fans is keep the trash talk to a respectful level. We are very open here to having fans from other teams come into our chat and talk as much as you want. The only thing we ask is that the trash talk is respectful and smart, and then you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's the ignorance that we don't appreciate. X Factor Stafford interceptions. All right, let's pull the chat one more time. It is time for our score predictions segment. What is the final score of this game going to be? It really does feel like, again, this feels like it's going to be a 49er win. It really does. But again, we are going to, go along for the ride regardless. Last week I called a low scoring game. This week, it's going to be high scoring, man. It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be like a 38-34 barn burner. It's going to be something that I believe is going to be a high scoring game. As 49er fans, we have gotten used to the 49ers. We have gotten used to the 49ers scoring a lot of points. Clearly, that took a step back last week due to the weather, but I don't see that being the case this week. I see the 49ers scoring at least 3 touchdowns, maybe a couple field goals, but it really does feel like this is going to be a back and forth game. I think that the Rams are going to be able to get some points too. Let's keep it a buck. The Rams have a lot of weapons on offense. They have OBJ. Van Jefferson is not a wide receiver to sleep on. They also have the Cooper Kupp, right? The Triple Crown winner. They have Sony Michel. They have Cam Akers, a guy that we talked about earlier, Tyler Higbee. He is not one to sleep on. So we got LA Rams fan. They're kind of in the same mold, seeing it as a close game. Obviously, they're gonna pick their team. That's fine. But I like where the score is kind of at. The 37-34. Again, I think I said 38-34. They're right around that same realm. Jackie says 31-17. Brody says 37-20 for 49ers. So 70-0. Let's go. Big Blues calling out 24-23 Rams. Same kind of thought process. Close game. It really does feel like, and I'm sure the Rams fan and I'm seeing it from the Rams fans early too, is I think Rams fans think this is going to be a close game. I think they think it's going to be something that comes down to the wire. As you can kind of see, 49er fans are a little bit more confident in regards to the split. It looks like so far that the average is about at least a touchdown lead at the very minimum for most 49er fans in the chat. So that's kind of where we are trending right now. Like I said, it does nice. It does feel like for me personally, it's going to be a close game. I think we understand this rivalry, the coaching rivalry, the player rivalry, the fan rivalry. 270 likes, almost to 300. We understand that these teams know each other. These teams absolutely know each other. They are very good at scheming against each other both ways. It's not just singular. It's not just the 49ers. The Rams also are good at scheming against the 49ers. So, kind of like it was week 18, it was the last who has the ball in their hands last, right? Kind of feels like it's going to come down to that, but who knows? Maybe the attendance of the fans will be the difference maker. I think DJ said it earlier. X factor is the fans. That can be real. We talked about that actually being the X factor for week 18. If you ask Matthew Stafford's wife, she'd probably tell you the same thing. If you ask Matthew Stafford's wife, she's probably saying that the 49er fans were the X factor that week. Forcing the Rams to go into a no huddle situation in their home stadium. Not a no huddle, silent count in their home stadium, which is unheard of. So, like Jackie's saying, the Red Sea will be the difference, and I agree. I believe I talked about this on Friday with Jordan Elliott when we did our episode. I really think the 49er fans are going to play a pivotal role in this win. Again, if Matthew Stafford comes out on his first offensive series and he can't hear anything and it's already silent count, that's huge. That is huge, you know? Like, it might seem minuscule, it might seem ancillary, but it really is. And that's why I really think the fans can be the X factor. I really think that the 49er fans can be the X factor in this game. 100%. 100%. Faithful are the best. We're deep, man. We are deep. We are passionate. We are 100% passionate about this team, this franchise, and everything that they stand for. So it's going to be a wild game, man. It is going to be a wild game. Maybe the Rams fans can help me out with this in the chat. Whose house? Niners house. Let's go. Oh, never wanted Shanny fired. Ever. Don't ever bring those slanderous takes to me ever. In the midst of being 3-5, I said you're absolutely crazy if you think Shanahan should be fired. crazy. And guess what? Here we are. I also said, you're crazy if you want to fire D'Amico Ryans. What else did I say? You're also crazy if you want to fire Mike McDaniel. Both of those, all Kyle Shanahan's arguably putting up coach of the year type vibes. And not because it was pretty all the way through, but because of the ability to bounce back and withstand injury and retool his offense and redesign his offense based on players available for him. Mike McDaniel, D'Amico, damn near going to be having head coaching jobs at the end of this year, man. Never once did I call for their heads. Never once. And I know y'all riding with me know that. Let's go. Let's get to 300 real quick. Let's do it in baby steps. Gang. Smash that like button, get it up to 3. We there. We are close. We are close. But this game is going to be fun, man. This game's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun on so many different levels. I can't wait to start seeing the shots of 49er fans in the stadium. They should probably be getting in there pretty soon, based on the timing. So that could be on its way very soon. Right now, we're seeing some of the scenes in the parking lot. I mean, it is red out. It is 49. It looks like a home game. The tailgate looks like a home game. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane right now. So I can't wait to see what it looks like on the inside. I can't wait to hear the noise on the inside. It is going to be fantastic. Oh, look at Jimbo. Look at Jimbo. So 49ers players. Oh, this was from earlier, obviously. Jimmy looking fitted. Let's go. Let's go. I believe Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are calling our game again. I believe that is what it is. I believe that is what it is. Time for 15 heart attacks and a broken TV. Man, I'm along for the ride. I am along for the ride right now. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what occurs today. It's going to be fun. All the hype leading up to this week, all the Rams trying to block 49ers ticket sales, all like the Stafford giveaways, ticket giveaways, the Raheem Morris talking about, oh, the 49ers put us in a body bag in week 18, but now it's time for us to put them in a body bag. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. We don't know Trent's status yet. But I also think I was talking about, if there are any Rams fans in the chat and you guys know the status of Whitworth, that is the injury that I am looking at the most. Actually, I'm just going to look it up right now. Okay, so this is what they're saying. So Andrew Whitworth, the left tackle for the Rams, is expected to play. So he missed last week with an injury, but he is expected to play today. Andrew Whitworth has the highest pass blocking grade amongst offensive tackles this year, with a 90.2 grade. On the flip side, the highest run blocking grade among offensive tackles, Trent Williams with a 98.4 score one of the highest grades PFF has ever given out. So that's clutch for the Rams to get with Whitworth back. They're going to need him 100%. They're going to need him. So that's a big win for the Rams. Now 49ers, we need that news for Trent Williams. Gammon says, I don't want to play the Chiefs. Gammon, worry about tonight, baby. Worry about tonight. If the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, who cares who we're playing? Who cares? Right now, we got to focus up on the Rams. Let's get past the Rams first. Then we will worry about who we play in the Super Bowl, because that's where we're at, guys. 2 more likes. Get it to 300. You can do it. We are at a spot right now where the 49ers are 1 game away from the Super Bowl. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Let's go. We hit 3. Let's go. We hit 3. We see you. We hit 3. But like I said, the 49ers are 1 game away. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Based on the trajectory of this year, we talk about it all the time. How stressful this offseason was, how stressful the beginning of the year was, how stressful it was watching this team find their identity and who they are and what they are about. It took a long time, but they are right here, ready to go. The Ramley wants to know if we are going to be doing an aftermath video, win or lose. Something tells me he's going to want to be in the stream, specifically if the 49ers lose. Yes, we will be streaming post-game regardless of the outcome. We will be here to talk about the game after the fact. Win or lose, doesn't matter. We're here to talk about the team. So I'm very, very excited. Hopefully, we'll be back talking about heading to the Super Bowl. So, regardless, though, win or lose, we will be here to break it all down. We aren't fair weather. We aren't fair weather around here, and I think that's abundantly clear, especially if you've been rocking with us all year. We've been through the hardest point of our year. If 49ers lose this game, it won't be the hardest thing that the 49ers have had to deal with. I'm going to keep it 100. I guarantee you that 3-5 stretch, that week 7 aftermath against the Colts, that was harder. That was harder to deal with than making it to the NFC Championship game. House money, baby. This is house money. If they lose, yes, we'll be disappointed, but house money. Like, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be in this position. We shouldn't have this opportunity. We shouldn't be 1 game away from the Super Bowl. We should not. But guess what? We are here. We are here right now. And if we win, it's a vibe. But if we lose, tip our caps, and we look back at a fantastic year, magical game against Green Bay, beautiful game against Dallas when we shouldn't have been in the playoffs. We should not have been in the playoffs. If we lose to the Bengals week 14, guess what? 49ers aren't in the playoffs. Obviously, we lose to the Rams week 18. 49ers aren't in the playoffs. Guess what? We made it further than the Arizona Cardinals. We made it further than Cliff Kingsbury. So I think that's what Rams fans are having a hard time kind of rationalizing is that we are all working on house money. We are all just grateful to be here. We aren't here thinking this should have been served to us on a silver platter. We didn't go out and buy Jalen Ramsey. We didn't go out and buy Von Miller. We didn't go out and buy OBJ. We built this like nitty gritty from the floor up. We hear it all the time, right? Brick by brick, brick by brick. That's how the 49ers have built it up. That's why they've been able to withstand these crazy ass games, is because they have solid foundation. They have a foundation that they have carefully built since 2017. Say what you want about the Rams. Are they talented? 100%. They're very talented. They have a good head coach. They have good supporting staff. They have a great quarterback. They have weapons everywhere on offense. They have weapons everywhere on defense. They should be in the Super Bowl. The Rams should be in the Super Bowl. The 49ers should not. And that's what makes the 49ers fans and players dangerous, is that we know that being here is a blessing. Being here, we are grateful. We are thankful. It isn't an expectation to be here. We did not go in like I know a lot of fans, it's always playoffs or bust. And there was a lot of high expectation early in the year, but we understand those expectations were shattered. Those expectations were shattered with the loss against the Seahawks, loss against Green Bay, loss against AZ, loss against the Colts. Those expectations were gone. Bye-bye, playoffs. Bye-bye, Super Bowl. Going into week 8 against the Chicago Bears, we understood our season and any chance of the playoffs literally hung in the balance. In week 8, 49ers fans and players have been in playoff mode. We have known that if one loss could be the difference in our season moving forward, coaches being fired, players being cut and released and traded, we knew. So since that moment, this team is different. It is different. So let's say the 49ers lose. It is what it is, man. This journey, this ride that we are on to even be in this position, we're just thankful. We're just blessed. We're just happy to have another week to talk about 49ers football. That's not how the Rams view this. That's not how Rams fans view this. If you're a Rams person, you're thinking about, oh, we got to get to the Super Bowl in our home stadium. Oh, the 49er fans are going to come in here and try and punk us. Oh, we have no draft picks to fall back on because our ultimate goal is to get to the Super Bowl in our home stadium. The pressure is different. The what's on the line is different. And so if we are here after this game talking about an amazing year, that's what we're going to be talking about. Will there be things in an instance where they lose that we're probably upset about? And oh, why'd they do that? Why'd they do this? Of course. Of course. But at the end of the day, guys, this is house money. This is house money. We're just thankful to be in this position. We are thankful that the Rams let us in. Thank you, Rams. We're thankful for you guys letting us in. Like you said in your hype video, oh, we let them in. Now it's redemption time. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for letting us in. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to play for a Super Bowl. Thank you. Thank you. So, again, Different things are at stake. Different mentalities exist between 49ers and Rams. So, hey, it is what it is. We're along for the ride. We're here for the journey. It's been a wild ride, guys. It has been a wild ride. And I know there are some of you who have been in these chats every day for months on this journey with me for months. And if you have been on that journey, whether you're new to the channel or you've been rocking with us but you've just been a part of it, you know what the mentality is. You know the vibe. That's why we woke up this morning peaceful. That's why we woke up this morning calm. Because what is there to stress about? What is there to stress about? 49ers shouldn't have ever been in this position. So what is there to stress about? Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing. Because whatever the outcome is, I am at peace because of what this team has done this year amidst insane adversity, amidst crazy backlash from the fan base, media. I'm at peace. So, do we want a victory? Yes, of course. But regardless of the outcome, I am at peace. Let's go. Sean McVay. This one got me. This one got me. Hey, Brad. Gotta admit, I'm stressing. Sean McVay. Whew. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Hey, I get it. I get it. It's high stakes game, man. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line here, Sean. So I understand why you're stressing. There's, your legacy's at stake. I've heard media I've heard media talk about I've heard media talk about this game being the biggest game in Sean McVay's career, and Sean McVay played in a Super Bowl. Like, talk about pressure. Like, they they are talking about this game being the biggest game of his career because of he hasn't been able to beat the 49ers. They let the 49ers into the playoffs, into this position. Sean, you remember this. You remember this. So yeah, there's a reason why they're stressing. No, we have not got any reports. I have been watching like a hawk. We have no reports yet, but I imagine they will be coming within the next hour. So clearly the biggest thing that we're looking for is we are looking for Trent Williams availability, if he's going, if he's not, and then of course who fills in for him if he doesn't make it. So that's the biggest one for 49ers fans. But hey, Sean says, I think I might run to the Niners sideline and point and laugh the next touchdown celebration. Definitely won't backfire like last time. I love it. I love it. But like I said, this is the pressure. This is the pressure that the 49er Kyle does not have this pressure. He doesn't. Kyle Shanahan does not have this pressure. He already went through the pressure. He already went through the pressure cooker. Kyle already went through the pressure cooker, came out the other side beautifully cooked. This man is literally in the middle of the pressure cooker right now. Kyle lived through it. He's been there. There's that pressure is not the same. It's not built the same. It's not can't compare it. So those are the storylines that are at play. And we're going to find out. We are going to find out because we know like the memes that are going to come for that man's head if he loses yet another game to the 49ers. Like, oh my goodness. It's going to be nuts. It is going to be nuts. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys hopping on with me. Could maybe do another just like a quick hitter live if we do get some reports. Just be aware, be on the lookout. Nothing's confirmed yet. But could be. Oh yeah, 49er fans are taking over Levi's right now. Or not Levi's, Levi's South, I should say. There's 49er fans everywhere. They're starting to get posted. Bleacher Report just posted a tweet from Nick Newman about what he's doing or what's going on at the tailgate. It is all red, man. It is all red. Who can tell me quickly how to make people moderators? Oh, wait, someone's telling me right here. He says, go into your YouTube studio, click settings and community, click on mod box and type in the name. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that. Because I just, oh, 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 oh. So Trent Williams walking off the bus right now. I don't see a limp. Man, he's got a flamingo on his jacket. So Cam Inman just posted a video. Trent Williams walking off the bus. We'll find out in about an hour. We find out in about an hour if he's good to go. I don't see a limp. I'm evaluating as much as I can from him walking off the bus. I don't see a limp. Obviously the limp was noticeable. Very noticeable. Last week. So no crutches, no walking boot, no limp. So we'll see what that means. We will see what that means. But shout out for this. I'm going to try to be doing some mods soon. We definitely need mods in the chat. I'm sure a lot of you kind of already know if you'll be up in the running for being a mod. It's going to be essentially based on how often you're in the chat and the vibes you bring to the chat. So once I figure it out, you might just find out like all of a sudden you might check your YouTube and all of a sudden you're a moderator. But we'll figure it out. I got to get some mods going. But the takeover is real, man. The takeover is real. Local news in LA is saying Rams fans swarm SoFi when it's nothing but red. Oh my goodness. I can't wait, man. It is going to be a wild ride. As you guys know, we'll be doing the post game. We'll be going post game live, regardless of outcome, win or lose. Win or lose, we will be here after the game. So make sure you tap in with us. If you haven't subbed yet, hit that sub button. If you haven't liked yet, hit that like button. This is the biggest game of our lives, baby. This is let's go. We got mans in the building. Let's go. You love to see it. 49er fans are going crazy right now. Let's go. All right, guys. I can't wait. Oh, this is from Victor. He says, in the parking garage, it's 70-30 49ers fans. Guys, we're taking over. We are taking over. Debo that like button before you get out of here. Man, it's time, guys. It is time. We're going to find out, like I said, in about an hour or so. Make sure you're following Instagram, Twitter. That's where we're going to put it out right away. So if you want to be in the clue with that, once it comes out, we're putting it on Twitter, Instagram. So keep an eye out. But so far, gonna be crazy, man. Gonna be crazy. If you are there, keep getting loud. Do what you need to do. It's gonna be a fun one, guys. Remember, whatever happens, it's faithful always. We'll be here to talk about it, win or lose. Obviously, we want to be talking about a win. That doesn't need to be said. But whatever happens, tap in with me at the end for the post game. So this is how we do it on the post game. Post game, live right after the game. Typically, just reaction. Just like win or lose, we're just reacting to the game. Then we hop into the press conferences. Then after the press conferences, we do another live, and that live is more less emotional, more looking at it and refining and defining. I'm not going to do a halftime today. But we will be here for post game. So that's how it's going to be set up. Win or lose, post game reaction. Then we shut it down, go to presser. After the presser, we come back, do our in-depth piece. So I look forward to seeing you guys later. Do what you need to do to get ready for this game. Get that energy up. Do whatever you need to do. But this is a game of our lives, people. Game of our lives. I couldn't be more excited for this game. Be calm, be peaceful, and do it all. I can't wait. Let's go, baby. Couple hours, and we're teeing off. Appreciate all you guys tapping in. We'll be back after the game. We'll see you soon. Peace.